Hello, everyone. Oh gosh, look at my hair. I got my hair cut today. I'm Sarah Simon. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Appleton, Wisconsin. And I'm actually on retreat this weekend. So I have recorded this video the night before I left on the day I got my hair cut, and all of a sudden looked in the mirror and realized, or in the video and realized it's kind of a mess right now, but that's okay. I wanted to make sure that I was able to get on here with you, even though I'm on retreat. So I'm recording this on Thursday night. I meant to get this done a lot sooner. It's about 9:15, so it's not too bad. But I have a card challenge for you. We are going to do a fun fold. It's a very, very easy fun fold. And I will be posting something on Saturday. It should post right after the video, where if you go ahead and make a card with this fold and you post it in the comments on that post before next week, Saturday, you will be entered into a drawing to win the bundle of your choice. You can pick out whatever bundle you want. And I am going to be showing you some bundles that are going to be online exclusives beginning in March. And so if you think you want to wait until March because you like one of these bundles, I am fine with you waiting, and you just let me know that that's what you would like to do. So, I have some cards to show you. I'm not giving away prizes. I will be giving away prizes next week. I didn't get a chance to get all of that recorded. I mean, I have it started, but I didn't get all of it done. But I do have some happy mail to share with you. Look at this beautiful card. Isn't that so cute? It's a pocket card that has a message on the back, and this little thing just goes right in this little pocket here. And this is from Shanna Roberts, and she was thanking me, I think, for a prize that she won. She won a stamp set. So this is so cute, Shanna. And it's got Evening Evergreen, which is a very coveted color yet. And then look at this beautiful card. This is in the layout that I did a couple of weeks ago. And it uses that brand new Forever Love or something like that, that paper. And this is from Becky Weisky. So absolutely gorgeous, Becky. Thank you so much. And I think she was thanking me that she won a prize too, and it was a surprise for her. And then look at this beauty. So Mary Linsmeyer won those purple shimmer gems, and she put them on this beautiful card. We're going to be using some of these colors tonight, and she again was thanking me for those. So thank you all for the happy mail that I received. Most of it came in on Saturday or Monday, so I've had it for quite a while, but thank you very, very much. All right. I think I did want to put my host code up here for those of you. Let me see if I can find that. For those of you who will be placing an order, I would really appreciate it if your order is under $150, if you would use this host code, because that helps me with providing the prizes that I give away. If it's over $150, you go ahead and you use the hostess dollars. Don't put this host code in, because you will get rewards that you can use. So I appreciate that. It's so hard when I don't have comments. I feel like usually people are commenting by now and I'm saying something. With my prizes that I give away, if you are new here, anytime you make a comment, it can't be live, but when you make a comment, you will be put into a drawing. And I do choose a winner to receive the cards that I made the week before. I will have 2 winners next week, because I will have the cards that I made this week and the ones that I made last week. And then anytime you share. So if you share on your Facebook page, you email somebody, whatever you might do to share, make sure in the comments you type shared. You also get put into a drawing to win prizes. And then when you place an order, anyone who places an order also gets put into a drawing to win prizes. This light is kind of bright here, so I apologize for that. But I will give those prizes away next week. A reminder that we only have a couple of weeks left of Celebration. That is where you earn free stamp sets or free product, because there's paper, there's ribbon, there's gems, all kinds of things. Anytime you hit $50 increments, you earn something else new. And so that you can get for free. And so just a reminder that that is going on till the end of February. Also, our joining special is going on right now. So normally when you join, it's $99 and you get $125 for that $99. Now you get the $125 and you can get that beautiful glass mat, which I don't have mine down here today because I moved it over to the other side to use. But you will get, you can order that glass mat, which has a value of $60, or you can pick $30 extra in free products. So that means you would get $155 for that $99. And you do not have to pay shipping on that. And any of the online exclusives that are coming out in March, you can get with your pre-order if you would like. So it's a great deal. I always have to tell people, you do not have to do anything like I'm doing with videos, having classes, or anything. You will just, as long as you stay active, which is having $300 in sales every 3 months. So every quarter you have to do $300 in sales. You can buy the stuff yourself if you want. I did for many years before I started selling to other people. But once you do that, you end up getting a discount on all of your products. So you will get a 15% discount on all of your products, but I'm sorry, 20% discount on all your products. And then once you get to different levels, that can increase as well. So it's a great deal. And I'd be happy to have you on my team. If you have questions, always feel free to reach out. So I think I'm going to flip to my other camera. And I'm going to turn my overhead light off. As you could see in my background, I have buckets everywhere right now. I have a card buffet next week. So next week I will be going on about 12:30 in the afternoon rather than 8:30 in the morning because I do have that card buffet. And those are buckets for all of that. So Latte Love is going to be a new online exclusive. So it will not be in a catalog. You will only be able to order it online. I loved it when I saw this because if you've seen my little header for my YouTube channel and for my blog, I have a little coffee cup that has a little heart like that in it. And when this was in here, I was like, oh, that's so cool. And this is the coffee mug that you can put those different things in. It also has this cute paper. It has some gems too, but I didn't grab those. There's some neutral colored little dots that you can put on. And then this is the designer paper that goes with this. So we have the cups of coffee, which, oh, and there's dies in here too. I forgot to show you the dies. So we have dies that will cut everything out. Plus you have a little coffee maker and things like that, little cups that it can make besides that. So really, really cute set. Okay, now on to the designer paper. So we have the coffee cups. And then on the back, it's just kind of like a more muted. We've got coffee beans, and then we have, I think this is just so cute. I love the colors in there. Coffee pots. I should probably do it this way so it's the right way with some coffee beans. And then we have some little coffee cups and spoons on the other side. And then we have just this little splatter of coffee on here. And look at how pretty that is. I believe that's Lost Lagoon. At least that's what it looks like to me. This is really pretty. It's got a little bit of petal pink in it. And then here's that little heart thing that they do in the top with the cream and the top of the cup of coffee. And then we have this fun pattern along with some coffee beans and calypso coral. Okay, so that's Latte Love. The designer paper is called A Little Latte. It has calypso coral, early espresso, lemon lolly, Lost Lagoon, pecan pie, and petal pink in it. So that is one of the sets, bundles, I should say, that will be in the online exclusives beginning in March. The second one we're going to be using tonight, you can kind of see that I have it pulled apart here. And I never know, I'm going to put this in my garbage here. I never know if it's zinnia or xenia. I always say xenia, but I don't know if that's correct or not. Kind of like poinsettia or poinsettia. I'm not sure which way is the correct way either. Everybody says it a little bit different, but I always say these are zinnias. But I don't know if I'm saying that correct or not. But look at how pretty those are. Words fail to express my gratitude. Thank you so much. Sending flowers and thinking of you. Just really, really big floral images. And then there are dies to cut that stuff out. So this is that big flower image. We're going to be using these tonight. There's a single leaf. There's these little, you can build a flower with the stem and the leaves. Here's the center of that flower. Here's that, actually, this is the center, and then that's the little ring around it. Just really, really fun. You can see I've got some of the stamps out because we're going to be using that. It also has these sequins. Now I didn't use the sequins because we're going to do our card in purple tonight, and they didn't have purple as one of them. They've got granny apple green, little pumpkin pie, a little berry burst, and I think that's some lemon lolly or daffodil delight. I'm not sure. I think it might be daffodil delight that's in there. No, it might be lemon lolly now that I'm looking at it. Lemon lolly it is. Okay. We also have an embossing folder, and I did end up embossing a little piece of paper so you could see what that looks like. And I think the embossed and the debossed side look kind of cool on this one. All right, this is one of our 3D folders, and it's a 6x6 one so that you can either do it the long way or the short way, doesn't matter. And then this really bright and cheery paper. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. So I'm going to keep this one. It's coming up. So we've got this with the flowers, so you can kind of see the centers, kind of like that. And then there's a little bit, whoops, this is a little preview as to what we're going to be doing with that. Got a little pumpkin pie going on there. This you can cut at 6 inches, and then you would have strips of paper to use. And then that's a lemon lime twist. And then these tiny little flowers along with the petal pink on the back. And then we have, I believe this is berry burst, and you can see those flowers in there. And then you've got a little bit of matchy on the back. Then we have a paper full of stems and leaves in lemon lime twist and mossy meadow. And then that matches on the back with the stripes. And then this is the one we're going to be using tonight today in our card. It's tonight for me. It's morning for you. And then on the back of that is this Highland Heather and gorgeous grape. All right. So that paper is called Flowering Zinnias. And it has berry burst, blackberry bliss, flirty flamingo, Highland Heather, lemon lime twist, lemon lolly, melon mambo, mossy meadow, old olive, petal pink, pumpkin pie, and I think that might have been real red that I had before. So gorgeous paper. All right, I'm going to set this stuff aside in my messy stamp room right now as I'm trying to get ready for my card buffet next week, and then also having this for you today. So this is just going to be my paper to stamp on here. All right, so for our card, let me go ahead and get out the pieces that we need. We're going to start with a piece of Highland Heather, and this measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it doesn't fold. Our base is just going to be 1/4 of a sheet of paper. I'm going to have gorgeous grape that kind of goes nicely with this. That measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm going to have a piece of basic white that's just 1/4 of an inch smaller than that. So the basic white is 3 by 3. Then I'm going to take some designer paper, and we're going to get to use both sides of our designer paper. We're going to see both sides of this one. I think I'm going to use this side. And this measures 3 by 6, and I scored it at 3. So I'm basically getting a 3 by 3 inch square. All right. So what we're going to do is I have a scrap of Highland Heather, and I have a scrap of lemon lime twist. I also have, this is for our envelope at the end, or envelope, however you say it. Envelope, envelope. Everybody says it a little differently. I'm using Gorgeous Grape ink. And across the bottom of our base, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that gratitude greeting. I just loved that. So I'm going to ink this up good with Gorgeous Grape, and we're going to do Gorgeous Grape on the Highland Heather. And I'm going to go up just a little bit from the bottom. Okay, so words fail to express my gratitude. And I'm a little bit lower than I did when I stamped the other one, but I think I'm still going to be okay. All right, we're going to set that aside. I'm going to take my scrap of Highland Heather, and I'm going to take that single flower. So not the big one, whoops, but just that single one. Doesn't that make such a nice crisp image? Oh, just love that. All right. Then we are going to take a little bit of Mossy Meadow. And I have the leaves that we're going to stamp in Mossy Meadow ink on that lemon lime twist. Okay, so it's a darker ink on a lighter, and it kind of makes it look, see how this has the darker inside the lighter? That's kind of what I'm mimicking a little bit. All right. They also did have Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. I opted for the little bit brighter option of the two. Okay, let me put that away. And then through the magic of TV, I have die cut those already for us. So I'm going to set this aside so I can use these for another card because we have this already done for us. The other thing, I was just thinking of something that I had to do. Oh, I know. I do have a 2 3/8 inch punch, and I have some of our vellum cardstock, and I'm just going to punch out a circle that will mute a little bit that designer paper. So see how bright that is? And when I put that over the top, it just gives it a little bit of a muted look. I love the brightness of it, but so that our flower stands up a little bit more, I felt it needed this. All right, before we put this together, I'm going to take some Wink of Stella, and I know that you probably won't be able to see this, but I am going to color in all of these petals of this flower with Wink of Stella. And I'll hold it up and see, maybe I can angle it just right so you can see how awesome this and how like fabulous this Wink of Stella is. I forgot to mention that there is also glimmer paper in the online exclusives, and that glimmer paper has, I think it's Old Olive and Berry Burst and white. So that's kind of interesting. And I just got something from Stampin' Up! Today. There was a mistake when it was packaged, and they only put one sheet of each color in it. So we're going to be getting a 50% discount on our credit cards because it's supposed to have 2 sheets of each color. All right, so I'm going to hold this up here and see if can you see that sparkle? I think I can kind of even see it. Look at how that just makes that sparkle. Just love that. Okay, then this is going to go on here, and I want these to be kind of on this side because this opens up on that side and I don't want it to get caught on there. So I think I'm going to put that about right there. And I'm just going to use a glue dot. And I'm going to add that to there. That looks pretty good. I think I want it in a different location. I don't really like how that looks right there. Okay, let me put a different glue dot on. Let's see, I think I want it right about there, over just a little bit from where I had it. Okay, I am going to use dimensionals to put that on, and of course I have to cut my dimensionals. I'm down to just having the edges. There's some grass. I think I was missing that a couple of weeks ago when I did a live. I found it afterwards. All right, we're going to put dimensionals on there. And that is going to go onto our vellum. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. And then that is just going to get glued on with some liquid glue. Now I put that on first before I put my vellum on so I could see where I could put glue without it being seen, because otherwise you can see through the vellum. Put that about right there. Okay, this is going to get layered onto our gorgeous grape. And then that is going to get layered onto the front of our card. Set this straight so I get it on there straight. And I'm kind of just looking, I want the border on the top and the two sides to be about the same. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to take my gorgeous grape ink and I'm just going to put a little bit of this flower in the corner so we have something on the inside. All right, that looks good. That's all I really need. And then this is going to get glued so that I have a place to write my message of gratitude. Now, if you wanted to add a greeting, you could as well. This is going to open up on the side like this. And this is actually going to cover the DSP that's there so that you only see the DSP on the left side. Okay, so that's going to open like that. Woo. I have some of our lemon lime twist. This comes in a ribbon pack. I think we used the petal pink one. Did we use that last week? I'm trying to think of what cards we made last week. No, maybe we didn't. I did on a couple of my card buffet cards, and maybe I'm just thinking of that. And I think I'm just going to tie this in a knot rather than a bow. It's just easier, especially on camera. Okay, and then we'll trim these off. Oops, that's not my ribbon one. There's huge difference between my ribbon one and my non-ribbon one. Okay, there's that. And then we have some of those fine shimmer purple gems. And I think we're going to use Maybe we could use the lighter one. Maybe we'll put them in the center. Maybe we'll switch it up a little bit. I had mine down here. Maybe we'll put them in the center of. Should I put one in the center? A couple of the little ones. I kind of like that. Okay, just a little bit different. So I added them to the center of that card. And now I have a place to write my little greeting. And this is ready to go. So it's a very, very different fold. You're able to see both sides of the designer paper. You also, because this is 6x3, you can get like 4 strips of 3, and then you can cut those in half and get 2 strips of 6. So technically, you could get 8 cards from one piece of 12x12 paper. That's what I like about this, is that it doesn't require a whole lot of cardstock. You could make, if you had to make a whole bunch of cards, this would be a really quick and easy card to mass produce. All right, let's go ahead and add our designer paper right to there. Don't even have any purple ones on here. It's all pink and yellow and orange. Purple's on the back. I could have used the back side too. That would have been cute to bring that in, since that's what's on the inside of the card. I also could have just stamped one of those flowers in the corner on the front, and that would have been cute too. Okay, so there is our first card using the fold. Can you see that shimmer, that wink of Stella? I can really see that now on the camera. Oh, love it. Okay, so that is card number 1. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So we're going to use pretty much the same fold. Here was my other one where I put the gems here and I had the greeting up a little bit higher. So, but basically, and I didn't put the little flower on the inside. I felt it needed something. So, okay. I wanted to mix it up and show you that you didn't have to just do this fold in that direction. And so I really wanted to use, this is another stamp set that is going to be with the online exclusive starting in March, Comforting Thoughts. Look at this, Cancer Sucks. I love that. There's so many times that I just want to put that on a card, right? I'm here for you. You can do this. We're here for you. You're not alone. I wish I could make this better. Wishing you comfort. We're going to use this one. Thinking of you, praying for you, hoping with you. There's no card for this. No good card for this. So there's a lot of really cool sayings when you're trying to send some comforting thoughts to someone. All right. We are going to pair that stamp set with our Flight and Airy. Since we only have a couple more weeks left with this paper, I decided I wanted to use it. So for this card, our card base, so the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 is going to be boho blue. Love boho blue. All right. For this card, I'm going to do a second layer besides just that 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This one measures 4 by 5 1/4, and this is Lemon Lolly. And then my 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 is boho blue again. And then I used this design with the birds for my, whoops, that's 3 by 6. And I scored it at 3. But notice it opens this way and not on the side. Otherwise, my birds would be sideways. So I'm folding this one a little bit different to show you a different way that you can use this. I have a piece for my envelope, and I have a 3 by 3 for the inside of this card. And I should have, where did it go? I'm going to have to go cut it because we're going to need a little bird that we're going to cut from this paper. We're going to cut it out. So let me go grab, I thought I had one. I don't know what I did with it. Let me just grab a piece of that paper and cut out one of the little birds. I have to have one going the right direction. Let's see here. This one will work. All right, so there's one of the birds that we're gonna cut out using our paper snips. Sorry about that. I thought I had everything together. I remember cutting one out, so I don't know what I did with it. All right, let's go ahead and do our stamping. So we're gonna stamp on this, and we're gonna stamp on our lemon lolly. And on this, I'm gonna start with that greeting that I said that I liked so much, the one that goes vertical. Oh, sure I am. Let's see. Where did I put it after I stamped it? It's not in my bucket. Where did it go? I think I stamped it over here. Here it is. Goodness gracious. I need to do a little cleaning once my card buffet is done, or before my card buffet. I've just got buckets right now everywhere, and I've got so much stuff. This stuff I have to put back in buckets because some of these colors are being used in cards for my card buffet. All right, so this card is actually going to be a landscape rather than a portrait. And I'm going to start by stamping the greeting in the bottom right-hand corner. All right, then from, I don't know what the name of this stamp set is, Seasonal Branches, it's called. I'm going to take this branch, and this is Pecan Pie ink, and I'm just going to bring this branch in from the left-hand side. All right, and then I'm gonna put that away, and I'm going to take in my inside greeting, which is going to say, "You're not alone." So I'm going to straighten this up, put that right in the middle so that I have something in there, and then I can add a little bit as well. If there's more that you need to write on these cards when you're sending them, you could always put a piece of white designer or white, basic white on the back of your card base so that you have more room to write a message if you need more room. I sometimes am looking for ways to not have to write as much. I don't know about you. All right, I'm going to cut this little bird out, and I'm just going to, whoops, I don't want to use my ribbon one though. And I'm just going to cut around here. You do kind of want a bird that's facing in, because it would look kind of silly if you put it on the branch that's coming this way and it was facing the other way. It kind of has to be sitting. So it could be sitting on the branch that's coming from that direction, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that is just going to go right there on that piece. Let's go ahead and let's attach this down. Here we go. And then we'll grab a dimensional. I've got one cut already. And we'll put that on the back of our bird. And we'll just set that bird on that branch there. I thought that was kind of cute. Then I want the side that has the most birds, and I want my birds going the right direction. Here they would be going upside down if I put it this way. So you do have to be careful when your paper is directional to make sure that you attach it on the correct side. Okay, so that is just going to go right there. Give that a good fold, get a good crease. I didn't get my full bone folder out, but I want it to lay flat, so I might get my bone folder and just give it a little bit better crease. See how it just lays a little bit flatter when I do that? All right, then we have to add our greeting to the inside. Okay, so it just goes right over the designer paper on the bottom, but then I can still see the designer paper on the top. That's going to go about right there. Ooh, helicopter. Hopefully everybody's okay. Usually don't hear helicopters this late at night. It's like 10 o'clock. Okay, and then I'm just going to let this do the work. I've got my stamping over here. I'm not going to add anything over the top of this, but I am going to take in some of my linen thread. I'm trying to decide if I just want to add, I wrapped it around the top and tied it. I think I might do that again. I'm just going to cut a pretty long strip here. I think instead of wrapping it around twice, I think this time I'm just going to wrap it around once, which means my twine is a lot, linen thread is a lot longer than it needs to be, but I think it might look better with just one time wrapped around. Or do I want to just put a bow? No, I think I'm going to wrap it. Okay. And with linen thread, you're good with being able to tie a knot and then tie a bow. With ribbon, I usually don't tie a knot first because it gets way too thick then to make the bow look really nice. But for linen thread, it's so thin that you can tie a knot and then tie your bow. Or maybe not. Let's see here. Let's start over. Maybe I will not tie a knot. It looks a little clunky, even though I said it doesn't for linen thread. It kind of did there. Let's see. I don't think this is going to be enough. I think I would just wasted that. Let's try it again without tying a knot. Get my ribbon one. I'm not doing so well here. I don't have all your comments. Okay. I don't have a set of reversible tweezers sitting here. Usually I have one sitting in my little caddy here, but I must have taken it out for something and didn't put it back. That never happens in my stamp room. Sort of struggling with this tonight. It was really easy last night when I made it. I just ran out of time to videotape it. I should have done it last night. I was doing really well then. I think that looks okay. I actually kind of like it that it's a little bit loose. It looks a little, I don't know, not whimsical. Maybe whimsical. I don't know how you would describe it, but I kind of do like that. I might actually just take a glue dot and still hear that helicopter. Holy cow. Okay, I'm just going to kind of tack that down a little bit, but I like these bows. The loops a little bit bigger and then just hanging down there like that. So there is our card. Thinking and praying, thinking of you, praying for you, hoping with you. You're not alone. I just thought that that was perfect the two sayings went together. And I think just the simplicity of the birds there and then the little bird on the side here to kind of go along with that worked perfect. So, all right, let's go ahead and add a little paper to our envelope here. Should we do this side? Let's do that side. We'll mix it up a little bit on this one. We'll do our inside pattern instead of our outside pattern for our envelope. All right, so put that down. And I'll take my non-ribbon scissors. All right, so there is an envelope to match that. It's not just so easy, but the designer paper is doing all the work here. And then the stamping is just like enhancing it a little bit. So there's card number 2. Here was our card number 1. So you're getting to see a couple of new products that will be coming out in March, so that you get an idea of what's coming, but yet also featuring some of our celebration products that you just have less than a month to order from as well. So I tried to feature a little bit of both in here and then throw in a few things from our spring catalog and from our annual catalog that kind of mix with all of these things. Oh, I never took my banner off. Okay, let me turn my lights back on. And then I can come back to you. There we go. I don't know why I have to do it that way. I can only have one microphone going or there's an echo. So that's kind of why I do that way. That is all I have for you. I will be posting shortly after this video is done. I will be posting the post where you can add your pictures of the cards that you make using this fun fold. And anyone who enters will be entered into a drawing to win the bundle of your choice. And like I said, if you want to wait and get that latte bundle, if you want to get this Xenia bundle, you can go ahead and wait if you would like to, if you happen to be the winner. I will be back again next week. It will be about 12:30 in the afternoon when I come live to you after my card buffet. I already have a couple of folds in mind that I want to do. But if there's anything that you're looking for, let me know. This was just a super quick and easy fold. I used this several years ago and I just happened to find a card that used it. And I was like, oh, I haven't done that in a long time. So that happened to be the one that I chose for this challenge. So I hope that you have a great weekend. I hope you can find some time to be creative. Know that I will be praying for all of you as I am on retreat. And I will be back again next week. Thanks a lot. And have a happy Valentine's Day. By the time I see you next week, Valentine's Day will be past. So have a very, very happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.